everyone, and welcome to another speed build. Today I'm sharing my Christmas build for the year, and this year I kept things a little bit more simple. So I'm just making a small family home that is all decked out for Christmas. And I know that's really basic as far as Christmas builds go, but this year I was a bit shorter on time. So I wasn't really able to do something that's super creative and over the top, and I was just really in the mood to do something that was a little bit easier. And honestly, I was having a little bit of trouble getting a start on something that I liked. Like, I had so many scrapped attempts at doing this kind of a thing. I had houses that I started building that I didn't like, so I just scrapped them. And then I also thought about making a gingerbread house, so I tried making gingerbread houses, and after several failed attempts at that, I just gave up on it because I, for the life of me, could not make a gingerbread house that I thought looked good. But maybe I'll try that next year when I have a little bit more time and I don't feel so rushed, because as I discussed in the last people that I did start a new job recently. So this past week was my first week of that. So I was busy this past week with just getting used to that, getting used to a new sleep schedule, and just kind of like being preoccupied with that whole thing. So that didn't really leave me with as much time or energy to work on a build as I would have liked. But I'm still glad that I managed to get something finished that I like, and I think it turned out to be very cute, even though it is rather small. And if it does look kind of familiar, that is because I did base this off of the decorative houses that are around the world, because, as I said, I was having trouble figuring out inspiration and what kind of house I even wanted to build. And I was just looking around the world, and I was like, you know, these houses are really cute. So what if I just try to make something inspired by that, so that way it's something that really fits into Willow Creek? So I was trying to replicate the one that is right behind that you see there with, you know, the two smaller windows and then the bay window in the middle. I just thought that was such a cute decorative house. So I tried my best to get the sizing of it right, and then it was a little tricky to figure out the floor plan of it, because I'm sure when they made those decorative houses, they weren't really thinking about what the floor plan would actually look like. So I had to kind of work around where the windows and doors are placed on the inside to get something that seemingly made sense, although honestly it is a little bit weird of a floor plan. I don't think I've actually gotten to doing it yet, or maybe I have, but it is 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So originally I made it 2 bathrooms, but I felt like a house this small didn't really need to have a master bathroom in addition to a hall bathroom. So I ended up making the hall bathroom a little bit bigger and then giving each of the bedrooms closets. And then the layout is maybe a little bit weird because the living area is kind of L-shaped. It goes down the right side of the build and then around the back of it. And I just did that because when I was looking at the decorative house, they had 2 doors outside. Like, they have the one in the front here, and then there's the one over on the side. So I felt like it made sense to have that other outside door off of a living area rather than a bedroom. So that's why I did that kind of L-shaped wraparound layout with the living area. And I think in the end it actually worked out pretty well. I think it sort of makes sense where things are, and then the bathroom's just kind of in the middle of the house, separating the hallway area from the living area, so it's not just kind of this weird open space. So that's something that I think made it look a little bit better. But here I'm just working on the landscaping. And I made this whole build with it snowing in the game, so I couldn't really tell what colors the flowers I was using were. But I did go through after I finished the build and just make sure that everything looked fine with that. And, you know, like, I didn't choose any combinations that just looked awful together. And then I also went through and took care of the terrain paint, because obviously when it's snowing in the game, you can't tell what you can't even tell what you're doing for trying to place terrain paint. So I just want to make sure that there was actually terrain paint there and that looked fine if you do want to use this as a not Christmas build. Although honestly, this build definitely looks better with it snowing, but if you wanted to use it, you know, other times of the year, then you could definitely strip it of the Christmas decorations and just play with it regularly like that. I mean, there are going to be a lot of decorations that you have to strip because I went all out with it, but it definitely should look relatively fine if you go ahead and do that. And I also thought it'd be really cute to have a basketball hoop back there. So something that I did do was I used those ground lights to frame the driveway and the path to the front door. So that's why I had those fences out there originally, because I, can't tell what I'm doing with terrain painting. So that was kind of my way of marking what was going to be the path and what was going to be the driveway before putting those lights in. But I just thought it'd be really cute to have these red and green alternating lights as you go up the driveway and you go towards the path. And then I'm just putting wreaths on the window here, and I had to unfortunately delete the wall to get it to look like it was on that bay window there. But I got it to work, and I did have those multicolored string lights over the windows, but I ended up getting rid of those and just replacing with wreaths because I really didn't like how it looked. Like, I thought it was a little too much as far as the lights go, because we have the lights on the eaves, and then I put some more of those lights up towards the top of the roof because I just wanted even more lights. And I just love using that decoration box to put lights on the eaves and fences and foundation, all of that. So I, of course, had to do that with this house, and it just looks really cute. Unfortunately, when you do that, it doesn't download with the build, but there is that box somewhere in the house. It's in the master bedroom. So if you want to put those decorations back up when you download the house, then you will be able to do so. I just really wish those decorations downloaded with the house, but I guess I can understand why they don't. And then I also found that really cute frame. Like, I think it's supposed to be a curtain, but it works really well as kind of a frame garland for windows and doors. So I just put that all over, and I just absolutely love how it looks. And I, of course, went through and added a whole bunch of those decorations to the yard. So we got the snowmen and the reindeer and the nutcrackers, and then you'll see in the fly-through, but I did have a sim go and build some snowmen in the front yard just to add to that further. With this build, I also just really enjoyed working on it with it being snowing in the game, because I don't think I've really done a full build in the snow like this before, but it was just really fun getting to build with the game looking a bit different than usual. It's kind of fun to pull out the plants and see how each of them look in the winter. I really enjoyed doing that. But there isn't too much more to the exterior of the house. I just have to add some more details to it, and then also put some stuff out in the fence part of the yard. I know that's like a very weird, teeny fenced-in part, but this is a house for a family with a child and a toddler, so I kind of saw them as wanting to have this space where their kids can play. They don't have to worry about them running out onto the street or something like that. You know, like it's kind of a safety thing, and also for a little bit of privacy, so they do have that more private space within their yard, although there really wasn't space for a whole lot in here. So I just added, at first I added these beehives, but then I took them out because I just wasn't really liking them. But I did add in a fire pit and a slide for the toddler, because I always think that's really cute to add to games, or add to yards. I don't know why I said games there, but yeah, that's pretty much it that I had room for in there. So we're going to be moving on to the interior soon. Here I was just adding some logs and kindling next to the fire in a little water bucket. I always like doing that just so, it's kind of like stuff that they can throw into the fire, and then they have a bucket there ready to put out the fire. I think that was stuff that was from Outdoor Retreat that actually generates when they go to put out the fire and throw more stuff in it, so it works out perfectly for that. But that is it for the exterior, so now we're on to the interior, and you can see the interesting L-shaped layout that we have going on. And I stuck that half wall there because I was looking at this and I was like, where am I going to put a couch? Because it's just this very weird long space where the living room is. So the couch, so the half wall did give me an area to put the couch on, so the couch wasn't just floating in the middle of the room. And I actually kind of like that, because that is something that I have seen in houses before, where you'll have this partial half wall separating one area from another. I guess so you have like a wall or part of a wall you can put furniture again, or I guess it's just something to add separation. But yeah, since that is something that I have seen, I thought that worked pretty well to separate the space and give myself more space to work with. But I did use this entry area in here to add the Christmas tree, so we just have a whole bunch of gifts all around it, and then we just got the standard entrance table in here that I like to use, and then I just cover this whole thing in Christmas decorations. And I just really loved using all of the different little knickknacks and Christmas decorations throughout this house. I was trying to make things feel very cute, and I was trying to add things that I saw as being crafts that the children had made, like that party hat thing seems like something maybe they would have made, and that hat, I don't know if that, maybe like they decorate a hat or something like that, or that's just some like hat that they use for Christmas traditions or something along those lines. And I also just like the idea of this being a seasonal decoration table. Like they have their standard year-round objects that they put on it, and then whenever a holiday rolls around, they just clear it off and then put objects for that holiday on it, and they just like to go all out for holidays, not just Christmas or Winterfest in the case of The Sims. And that is something that we've kind of started doing at our house. I mean, I definitely do not go all out with decorations to this extent. Like, I don't go all out at all. Like, we just have this entry table that has some decorations on it, and that's about it. But we had some Thanksgiving decorations on it, and then we took those off and put some Christmas decorations on it, and it's just kind of fun to have that. And we also have our Christmas tree on it because we don't actually have a full Christmas tree, because we never really got one, but when I did that, I did have this 2 foot tall Christmas tree that I got in college for our teeny college apartment. So I found that in a box. I was like, you know what, it's something, so we'll just put it up. It's fine because we're not actually celebrating Christmas at home anyway. We're going to be going to visit my husband's family for a few days. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, I mean, there's not really a sense in having a big 8 foot tall tree that you have to spend hours putting ornaments on. So it was just a lot simpler to have that smaller tree. But yeah, I hope you all are enjoying your Christmas season. And if you don't celebrate, then I hope you're having a wonderful December anyway, because I know there's a lot of people who don't actually celebrate Christmas. But I am actually leaving in a few hours to visit my husband's family, so I'm trying to get this video done before doing that. And that was another reason why I didn't really have all the time in the world to make a build this year, because I am leaving a few days before Christmas to go and do that. And just that combined with a new job didn't really leave me a lot of time to do something that was super crazy. But speaking of the whole job thing, I am actually enjoying my new job so far. It definitely is a huge adjustment getting used to a new company because every company's different. And then I developed habits from the last place that I worked that I'm having to break for this place. Like at my last place, the last place I worked, I went in at 10 because everyone at that company would show up late. Like if you showed up 8 or 8:30, you were early and you might be the first person there, which I actually was one time. And I accidentally tripped the alarm for the building and then the police got called, so that was a little bit embarrassing. So yeah, because of that, I just showed up at 10. But at this place, if you come in at 8:30, which I have been doing, the parking lot's full and you have trouble finding a parking spot and everyone's out by 5. So it's just a bit of an adjustment getting used to that. And I've been getting up at 5:30 to do stuff before work, and so it's just been a whole adjusting of my sleep schedule. But as I said, I do really like the company, and it seems like a place I'm going to enjoy working at. The work that I'm doing seems like it's pretty interesting, and there's actually a lot to do, and the company is going through a growth spurt right now, so I'm not going to have the same issue I had at my last company where I was running out of work to do a lot. And the people also seem really nice as well, so yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing to see how things go with that and figuring out how to fit YouTube in with that job because, as I mentioned, my schedule is a little bit differently, so I've been pretty tired because of adjusting to that new sleep schedule, and then I have to be at the office longer. So there's just stuff that I need to figure out with balancing YouTube with it. But I think I'll get the hang of things eventually. It just might take a few weeks to really get there. But anyway, back to the build. At this point, I've gotten a lot of the living room done, and I really like the living room in this build. There's just decorations all over the place, and I like the layout of it too because it's a bit different of a layout than I usually do because you kind of got the couch against the half wall and then the 2 armchairs across from it, and then I added that kid's armchair in because I thought that was really cute looking. But it is a layout that I really like, and I think it works pretty well for the space. And we're done with that, so now we're on to the dining room, and I found this light that I believe was from the holiday patch last year that just has all of these, it has these pine branches on it, and I just thought that was really pretty. Although that feels like a light that might be a little bit of a fire hazard in real life. You probably don't want dry pine branches above a light source, which gives off heat, but it's a sim, so these things are fine, and it just looks pretty, so I really wanted to use it. And here we just got this combination of the parenthood table and the cats and dogs chairs, which I have done before because these sets actually go really well together. The woods match almost exactly. I don't know if that's something they did on purpose or if it's just a coincidence, but if you're looking for another set of stuff that goes together that isn't actually from the same pack, then this is a combination that works really well. I did go ahead and change the wood color in a little bit though, so it's kind of more of that darker reddish wood, which I thought fit the space a little bit better because yeah, I put that table in and then I was like, let's go with something that's a little bit closer. And plus I've used that exact combination of builds before, and I don't think I've really used this combination as much, so I just wanted to go ahead and do that. But we just got kind of the standard table with a mirror above it and the dining room thing, and then I stuck even more Christmas decorations on that. So I just stuck, I think I ended up sticking one of those nutcracker decorations and then some of these candles. There are just a whole lot of choices for decorations for Christmas because you do have the holiday packs and then seasons. So I just really enjoyed getting to go through all of that and use that stuff. And did they, I don't know if they, like, did they actually put out new holiday stuff this year? I don't remember seeing something about that or not. Or maybe they haven't done it yet, or maybe we just missed it. I don't know. But yeah, I was trying to figure out if there's like some new holiday stuff that was added. And I don't think they really added new stuff this year. I mean, they probably didn't need to because they've already added so much for this holiday, but yeah, that was something I was kind of trying to figure out. So anyway, we're onto the kitchen now, and I just used the Parenthood counters in here. So this is a very Parenthood, like this is the house that definitely uses a lot of Parenthood, but I just really love the items that came with that pack. Like that is definitely my favorite pack in terms of household, items for the house, the decorations and all of that. Like it just fits my style so well, so I just really loved using it in here. I also, of course, added some Christmas decorations to the kitchen, so we've got that curtain over the door there, and I also sized down that one reindeer decoration that was outside and then just stuck it on top of the counter, so it's like this cute little decoration they have in the kitchen. So that does also work really well if you want some more smaller decorations for inside the home, so you can take these kinds of items and then put them to use inside the house as well. And then we also have that little snowman decoration sized down in there as well. And now just finishing up the details over here. And then I, of course, made sure to leave one of the counter spaces empty so your Sims can still cook that, because that is always something to be mindful of when furnishing kitchens in this game. Because I know in the past, like, I think like when The Sims 4 first came out, I didn't realize that you needed to actually have an empty counter space. But thankfully, since then, that's something that I figured out. So that is it for the kitchen. So now I'm just adding this painting here that looks like I just like using it in the black and white swatch in homes because it looks kind of like pictures of different ancestors and family members. Like it's old pictures of grandparents and great-grandparents and great-aunts and great-uncles and that kind of a thing. So now we're on to the bathroom, and I just kept things like, I mean, it's pretty standard Parenthood style bathroom. We just got sink, shower, toilet, that kind of, standard stuff in here. But I was trying to make it feel very cute and, like it's decorated for a family. So we, of course, got a bunch of knickknacks and, standard bathroom decorations in here, like the hairdryer thing. And then we got a nice plant in the corner and some towels and soap and toothbrushes and that basket of toiletries. Because this is also a fairly small house, so there's not really a lot of storage space. So I think it kind of makes sense that you're going to have a lot of stuff like that just kind of out on the counter. And I believe that is it for the bathroom. So now we're going to be moving on to the bedrooms after we put that rubber ducky there, because I thought that'd be really cute to have there. So first I was going to use that same paneling wallpaper that I used in the living area in the bedrooms, but I thought it'd be a bit more fun if we went ahead and used some other things. So I did use these kids wallpapers, which are always really cute, and I definitely need to use them more in kids' bedrooms. And then we just have some standard wallpaper over there in the parents' bedroom. And then I just stuck these stickers in the windows so they look kind of like window clings that you put in windows during the holidays. Because I remember that was something my family always did. Like my mom had just these sheets of window clings for all the holidays. And I remember like whenever a different holiday would roll around, she would go into our bedrooms and the living room and like put these window clings in the window. I don't know, I just remember always loving doing that and like just helping her stick them up. So that's kind of like a fond memory for myself. So I just like taking those stickers and trying to do that in these holiday type builds like this. But now we're on to, like, currently we're working on the toddler's bedroom. So we got that cute frog rug in there, and it's just got a fairly green theme to it, which is definitely fitting of a Christmas house. And I was trying to not go too overly Christmassy with the stuff and, the stuff that's just there in the house that isn't Christmas decorations, but I did do that a little bit, especially with the master bedroom, as you'll see in a little bit. Like I just couldn't help myself. It's a Christmas build, so we gotta go a little tacky with it here and there. Now I'm just adding some decorations to these shelves that are above the bed here, and then we just gotta get a few more things in this room, and then that'll be done. We'll be on to the child's bedroom. I always like taking that decoration that looks like it's their baby and toddler shoes and propping it up on a shelf. I just think that's really cute. And then here I'm just sizing up this, I think it was called a koala bear if I remember correctly. So I just raised that up and made it look like it was sitting on the dresser, and that is it. So now we're on to the child's bedroom over here. So this has more of a blue and pink color scheme to it, and there's some flower stuff throughout it because I really like that swatch of the bed, so I just wanted to go with that a bit. And then over here, I just crammed in a dresser and a desk. Oh, and speaking of desks, I wasn't able to fit a computer desk anywhere in this house. So what I did was at the last minute, I just went ahead and added a laptop to the dining room table because it definitely is helpful to include computers in the games. And I really like that you have that option now of just sticking a laptop on the dining room table in houses like this where you don't really have a lot of space to just set up an office. But I'm just adding some various decorations to the top of the desk to make it look a little bit cluttered. And I really like adding that one art item clutter decoration from Parenthood to desks. Like, it just looks like it's a bunch of craft stuff that they had, like they were doodling a little bit and then they just pushed off to the side so they could do their homework or something along those lines. But now I'm just finishing things up by getting some wall decorations in, and after that we just gotta get the rug in here, and that's gonna be it for this bedroom. So then we'll be on to the last room that's in this house. So we just got this flower rug there, which worked perfectly with the look of the bed. And oh yeah, I found this light because I was just trying to find some more Christmas decorations to use, and I never noticed that light before, and I saw that I was like, wait, this would be absolutely perfect for the living room. So I just had to go and put it in there. But now we're on to the master bedroom, which is the last room of the house. And as I mentioned, I did go a little bit more tacky as far as the whole Christmas colors thing go. Like, we've got Christmas green walls in here and Christmas red bed in here, which I know, yes, over the top, a little tacky, but I just thought it was cute. And I kind of saw it as like their room is usually this green, and they don't normally have red curtains and red sheets, but then when it's around Christmas time, they're like, you know what, let's go all out with this and just change our sheets and curtains to go with this theme just for this time of the year. And then we've also got some wreaths and a streamer around the bed, and other than that, I just have to put the usual bedroom type stuff in here, like the dresser, and then there's a standing mirror, and then I of course stuck more Christmas decorations on top of the dresser. We are almost at the end of the building part of the video, so as usual, if you want to download this, there will be a link to do so in the description. There will be other stuff in there, how to find it in-game. And with that, I wish you Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate, and also Happy New Year and all that good stuff. And that's going to be it for me, so hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Come joining us all, the feeling is here today. Come on now, let's go, caroling through the snow all day. We've been good, but we can last. Hurry Christmas, hurry now. What's under the Christmas tree for you and me? Oh, little bear toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Wake up with a smile, the feeling is right today. Magic in the air.